There we go. Okay, good. All right. Well, welcome everyone to our April team meeting. As I said, it's probably going to be a fairly quick meeting with the pre-order and the online exclusives and pre-order of the annual catalog. Things are, just buzzing along for demonstrators, but not too much new for customers. So some of the news items that I have, that the site will be down, the demonstrator website, and I think even like the entire site's going to be unavailable tomorrow from, oh, I had it written down, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. So that's 10 a.m. for us until 6 p.m. for us. So for 6 hours, the system will be down because they're transitioning to the new rewards um, program that will be going forward. So hopefully none of you had any open workshops or anything because those will now be gone. Any credits that you had will be transferred to the new rewards system. So any celebration credits or any other product credits will be transitioned over. So it'll be interesting to see. And then, of course, with the new rewards program, even small orders will earn rewards for you. And I don't know if they're still calling them rewards, what they're calling them. Anyway, and you don't have to use them on the order that you earn them. You can use them on a subsequent order and you can store it, like stock them up to purchase something bigger if you wish. So that'll be nice. So even something like a single celebration or single, oh, what am I thinking? Paper Pumpkin Kit will earn you rewards, which previously they didn't. So, yeah. So there's lots of information on the demonstrator website. You should have received several emails about this over the last couple of months. One as recently as last week. And then there's a new update on the demonstrator website as of yesterday, talking about this transition period. So the South Pacific and Europe have already done theirs, and it seemed to go reasonably smoothly. So I have hopes that for North America it will as well. So anyway, just be patient, and if you have any issues, you can shoot me a text. I can help where I can, and if not, then we'll get demonstrator support involved. So, and we'll just be patient and work through it. Yeah, I think we'll get used to it fairly quickly and it'll be as good or better than what we had previously, especially with earning rewards on smaller um, orders. So the other thing I wanted to mention, I had a question this week about the angel policy and just wanted to make sure everybody understands what that is. Does everybody know what the angel policy is? Nod? No? I
I do
I know a
now.
couple
I think so.
I know a couple of you know. I'm going to share my screen for a second because I want to show you where you can find more information about it. So I just when I was thinking about it today, because I couldn't remember exactly which sets were part of the angel policy. So in short, the angel policy is that if you're selling any of your cards or crafts made with Stampin' Up! Products, you have to include somewhere on that product that it's a Stampin' Up! Copyright for the images. So in order to find out if you don't have an angel policy stamp yet, there are a couple right now. I just typed the word angel in the search bar and these two stamp sets came up. Now, of course, there's four there because they're English and French, but this one is currently on the last chance product list. Everybody can see what I'm showing on the screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. So this one, the Stamped with Love set, has this copyright Stampin' Up, and that's all you need is that that little bit of text. And the other one is a new one. I think it might be, I didn't have time to investigate. I think it might be an online exclusive, but it's a fairly new one. This Sharing Loving Crafting. And let me blow it up a little bit. Um, and it has two different sizes actually. It has this slightly larger one and then this smaller one. So, but there have been other sets in the past that you may have in your collection. But so I can help you find those if you're unsure. But and you just have to have it somewhere. Now, I did have a discussion about using when it's on like a black card base, how do you stamp it? And I tried Versamark, but that didn't work very well. And you can, I guess, put it on a little sticker and stick it on, but that looks a little bit not great. It doesn't have the same appeal. Um, I wondered about using my craft ink. So I haven't tried that, but I am gonna have a look and see if that's gonna work better. But anyway, you can just work out what works best for you or find another way to stick it on there. But so if you have any questions about the Angel policy, if you go right to the bottom of any page on the demonstrator website, there's a link there for it. So you can just pull that up and it will give you all the details right there. All right, so that solves that. Sorry, any questions about that? No? Okay. And new kits. I just wanted to remind you that every month we get new kits added to the product line, which is really nice to have an ongoing supply of kits. So the new ones that were released in May are the Loveliest Wishes kit and the paper bouquet kit. Now, seriously, this picture of the Loveliest Wishes kit is just a slight bit overexposed, so it doesn't show up very well, I must say. But it is a white on white, and I believe there's texture on these panels on the front of the cards. So they're a very nice look, very subtle, but as I said, the pictures that are on the website seriously aren't that great. And even this one that shows the contents of the kit, there's this big washed out area here that it's really hard to see. It looks like there's gold foiling as well. Let's see if I can, oh, I can make that bigger. And several languages. So this is a non-stamping kit, which is nice to have some of those available. Anyway, so that's that one. And then the other one is the bouquet kit. And I've seen it done as a wreath as well. It looks really nice. So anyway, it's just something different. And let's go look at the contents there. So lots of things to punch out and anyway, so just wanted to bring those to your attention. And something that's going to be coming up, there'll be information I'm just going to stop sharing for a second. There we go. Is that Creativity Now registration will start on Wednesday this week. I can't remember exactly what time. Think it anyway, the information will be there. So it is a $35 event, and now that's 35 US dollars. So if you register, you will be your credit card, you'll be billed in oh, here's Karen coming now. You will be billed in US dollars and your credit card will make the conversion. So hi Karen. And so it's June 21st. And so the registration, as I said, starts on April 16th and runs until May 2nd. And then if you've ever attended this event in the past, so it's an online event and it's for demonstrators only. It gives us a chance to play with some new product from the mini catalog that comes out in the fall. And there's an opportunity for us to order a suite in advance for this event. So that ordering for that suite will be, it starts on May 6th, then goes through till May 31st to have time to get it to us by the date of the event. So the event is usually about 3 hours long on the day that it happens. And you don't have to use, you can still get information. You get benefit out of it if you don't buy the product. And you can also buy only parts of it. You don't have to buy the whole suite if you just want to get the paper or just get the bundle or whatever. So all that information is actually available on the demonstrator website right now. I can do a quick peek at it and show you. It looks like a nice suite. So if we just go to menu here on the left and then select events on the left as well, and then tap on events and then choose Creativity Now. Then this is the promo page for that event. And so all the information we need is here. And it talks about the price. Oh, okay, that it doesn't include the products. The products are ordered separately. And what time? Oh, 10 a.m. So it starts at noon for us. So it's the afternoon. And then here is the suite that you can purchase um, for that event. Let me see if I can blow that up. So there's an embossing folder, some embellishments, some ribbon, um, dies, and then really, oh, paper and glitter paper as well, and the stamp set. So it looks like a really nice suite of products. And I believe you can order all of these things individually as well. So yeah, it looks like it'll be a nice event. And they do often have some really nice techniques that, we might not think to do. So I always enjoy it. It's inexpensive and it's a nice, um, as I say, a good chance to see some new product and new techniques. And then the last thing I wanted to remind you about is the April Sales Challenge. I posted some information on our Facebook page, but there is information on the demonstrator website too about the April Sales Challenge and how you can earn that strawberry slush felt tote, which is really cool, just by placing your quarterly qualifying order during the month of April. So if you're a bronze, you need to purchase 300 CSV in the month of April. If you're bronze elite, it's 450 CSV for the month of April. And then it goes up, of course, from there. So if you have any questions about that, give me a shout. But with the pre-order on, it's not inconceivable that some of us will earn that. I think one or two of you may have already earned it. So that's great. So that's all the news. Let's do a draw. I have a few prizes tonight. Let me highlight my screen here, or my workspace. There we go. And so I have this simple birthday stamp. It's a photopolymer stamp, but it's a nice large font. Great for making super quick birthday cards. And then I have this package of Starburst sequins, which are one of the new online exclusives, part of the Lovely Garden or Loveliest Garden suite that came out recently. And then I have a package of the Hugs a Bloom dies. These are one of the add-ons for Paper Pumpkin. So every quarter they introduce dies that coordinate with the Paper Pumpkin kits for that quarter. And you can only order them if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. But some of the dies are really, it's just a small set, so it's $16.50 for just a small number of dies. But this one, it says Hugs, which I'm sure you can appreciate would be handy for lots of cards. Flowers and this set of leaves here, and then this label shape. So even though it's meant to coordinate with a paper pumpkin kits, this one is really handy to have, just to have it on hand. So that is our other prize. So let's see who the winner is. The first winner is Shirley.
Yay. Um, I'll take the Hugs of Bloom or
Okay,
the
the die.
dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And so I'll set those aside and I'll do oh, and our recognition for the month of April, or actually for March, our number one in sales was Shirley. Congratulations, Shirley. So I'll have a
Yay.
package of
Thank you.
cardstock for you. You're welcome. And our number two in sales was Ginny, who from Wyerton. So I'll get a package of embellishments out to her. And then we have Wendy, who is celebrating her 6 year stamp anniversary, or she did last month anyway. So she can choose some adhesive, and I will set that aside for her.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I wanted to highlight, of course, as much as we have all the new product from the oh, from the new annual catalog, or at least a selection of it, and of course all the new online exclusives. We also have all of the great deals in the last chance product list. So I wanted to highlight a couple of my favorites that are really good deals right now. I'm just going to quickly show you for if you're not sure how to find them. If you go to the menu and scroll down to specials. At least this is the fastest way that I've found to find them. So if you choose specials, of course, you can go to shop products and any of the categories. If there's a last chance item, like in the ribbon, it'll show that it's a last chance product. But if you want to see all the last chance products all together, if you click on specials, then you can see up here last chance products, and it will show all of the stuff that has recently been added to the last chance products list, as well as stuff that's been there and still hasn't sold out. So, and a lot of those have had changes to the amount that they're discounting them. So it's always worth a good look at those products. And you can separate them so you can using the filters over here, you can, if you only want to see the stuff that's really marked down, you can click on that. But if you click on like the 30% or more, it's going to show you stuff that's 30%, 40%, and 50%. So that's always handy to separate it that way. And then you can also separate it by the catalog that it's from. Now, some of this doesn't always work 100%, but if you play with it, you can usually narrow things down a little bit. Like, I don't know why there should be more categories here than just the annual catalog and the mini catalog. But anyway, you can see a little bit more what is going on. And you can separate it by suite as well or by season. But as I said, just use some caution there because it might not pick up everything that you are looking for. So anyway, but it can be a little daunting to how many pages are we up to now? We're up to 11 pages of products in this collection of last chance items. So, all right. So I did want to highlight two of them. One of them being the Lily Pond Lane. I'm just going to pull up that suite. So the entire suite is still available, which is sad because it is such an adorable product. So I'm just going to pull that up so you can see it a little bit better. And actually, I have it all right here, so I can show you on my screen. But so the suite collection isn't marked down; it's still the regular price. But if you notice here, the paper is originally $17. It's on for $13.60 right now. And we have the stamp set is marked down. I think it's just 10%, or is that 20%? I think it might be 20%. Um, for the stamp set, and then the dies are marked down. I can't see because of this here. Yeah, they're 44 normally and they're marked down to 39.60. So the thing that I wanted to remind you is that sometimes, such as in this case, it's cheaper to buy the stamp set and the dies separately than to buy them as a bundle because these are marked down. The stamp set and the dies individually are marked down, but the bundle is not marked down. Okay, other than the 10% that the bundles always are. But so just watch your pricing when you're shopping in the last chance products because there can be some slight variations that you end up paying less if you are careful and buy those bundles separately. So let's make a card with that set. I'm just going to quickly show you. So let me bring up stop sharing. And I'm going to pin my workspace. Where are we there? Okay, there we go. And so here is the stamp set, and it's got some great sentiments and a nice, cute little font. And then it's got some two-step stamping. So we've got the little duckling here, I guess the mother duck and the father duck. I don't know which one's which. So you can stamp the detailed image and color it, or you can add the second layer of stamping and do some coloring that way. Same with the frog here. We can color in the outer area of the frog using this stamped image here. So it's a really sweet little set.
Your picture is not showing on your desktop or whatever. It's
Hmm.
just the showing your face now.
Is it? I wonder, is everybody seeing that?
Yep.
Or can you see my workspace?
No.
Oh,
I see your workspace. It's you got to go
It-
along the top and find the little thumbnail of Chris.
Go to speaker view. Well, no, not speaker view, that gallery view maybe. And then if I pin,
I have to go and gallery view or else I can't see it either.
okay, let me try it again. We had this trouble last time.
I know. I think it's just my iPad because when I'm on my computer, it doesn't do this.
Okay.
No,
How are
mine's
we-
the same. Mine's on my computer, and I'm only getting I'm getting all everybody in their own little box.
Karen, what did you say we had to push?
I think if
Oh.
you go up to view and don't choose speaker because I have I'm talking from the one, but I'm pinning another screen. Or if you can, I don't know if you guys can,
I don't have a choice to do that.
huh?
So Shirley, across
Yeah.
the top, are you
Yeah.
seeing all the little thumbnails?
Yeah,
So at the end, because there's too many of us, at the end, if you put your cursor over that, it'll come up with a little blue arrow.
yeah,
Click that, and that'll
Okay.
take you to more little thumbnails.
yeah.
And one of those will be Chris's desktop, and you just click on,
Oh, on hers, okay.
yeah, and then there'll be three little
With three
dots in the
dots.
right corner where
then-
you can put pin.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did that work?
I'm pin. Yeah, that worked for me. Thank you.
Karen,
You're welcome.
is everybody able to see it at least in the small screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are the dies, and as you can see, there are lots of lovely die elements here. Some of them cut out the images from the stamp set, so these open ones here, and this cuts out the reeds, I guess, or the bulrushes. Yeah, because you can stamp you can stamp these in a different color than the heads of the bulrushes, and then so you can cut out the greenery here, and then you can also cut out these ones, which we're going to be using on the card tonight. And then there's some lilies and lily pads, and then there's this really lovely one here that kind of creates a scene kind of thing. So there's some really nice little images there. So, and then the paper is just adorable. And I'll just quickly go through it. It is so sweet. We have lots of scenes that would be good for scrapbook pages. And then some of these images can be cut using the dies from the die set. This one's just got some little sort of cross hatches. And then some lilies and the lily pads. And then I guess those are koi fish. And another, just a soft accent piece. More ducks. So lots of accent pieces that you could use for other projects. But these lovely scenery pages are quite nice. There's another one here. And the smaller koi. The duck family are so sweet. And the flowers. Another one with just kind of a mottled effect. And some not very true to color bulrushes, but they make for a great page or a card. And another wash. Another scene. So this paper marked down, as I said, it's down to 1360 is a great little deal. And of course your discount on top of that. And of course little, I don't know if they're dragonflies or what, they're tiny anyway. So great paper. And then there's these, what they call adhesive back dappled dots. And of course they coordinate with it, but you can see they've got that little bit of texture on the top of the dots. So just wanted to highlight that as one of the good deals in the set. And so we'll quickly do up a card. I've done most of the cutting and everything. Go. And before I get started, I'm going to do one more prize. And that will be Jennifer. And so we've got the Starburst sequence or the Happy Birthday stamp set. Which would you like, Jennifer?
She can't get off of mute. I'll get her to text me
Oh, okay.
the happy birthday.
Okay. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay. So here's our card base. It's a standard card base, and I'm just going to fold on the score line. And I have a piece here that is 3 3/4 by 5, and I've embossed it with the eyelet embossing folder. So we can pop that on. Stick that in place. So it's got a little bit more of a border than we often do. So this is just a really simple card. And we're going to, I've chosen 3 prints from the paper. So we've got this one with the little koi, just one of the patterns, and then this floral pattern. And we're just going to stick those randomly down this side, just haphazardly, no right way to do it. Just stick them down. And then the nice way to show off, although I could almost have used that side, couldn't I? But anyway, I've already put my adhesive on. So we'll stick that one down. And then the flowers. A great way to show off some of the different prints. And then I have this square here that I've cut out with the Stylish Shapes dies. And I'm just going to use the Hello Friend stamp from the stamp set. And Balmy Blue ink, which is one of the colors that coordinates with this set. And I'm going to stamp it up here in the upper right corner. And I'm thinking that this is a great layout that you could use for so many different stamp sets and suites that we have. So I've got this little bulrush frond here. And actually, I'm going to stick this down because I know where it's going. And I'm going to use dimensionals for this part. There we go. And you could squeeze an extra print on there if you wanted, but I'm just going to stick this down here. And then I can stick down my bulrushes. I've got a glue here that's going to work. Of course, it's going to explode and have way too much glue coming out. Oh, my glue's been doing this lately. Has anybody else's? Every time I open it, it ends up with way more glue than I want. So I'm just going to stick that down on the side. And then I've got a couple of the flowers that I've cut out from the dies. So I'll stick those down if I can get not too much glue. So I'll stick one, actually I want to stick I'll stick this one up here. And then I want to stick my little lily pad, I guess it is, down here. And then my other flower. So a super quick card. And then I've got this duck here, which I cut from the paper using the dies. I could fussy cut them if I wanted one of the other ducks that doesn't have a corresponding die, or I could have stamped him and colored him. Or I could have just used the dies and built a duck using this die here, and there's a wing, and there's his bill, and I think there's feet somewhere too. I'm not sure where they are. But anyway, you can just build it using the dies as well. So lots of options there. So I'm going to stick him down. Do I want him on? I don't think I'm going to put him on dimensionals just because I don't want him to stick up too much and then run into mailing issues with this guy. I'm just going to stick him down. And then I will get, if I can find them. My embellishments. But I think this set would be great for baby cards. You could have the little ducks following her, or a cute card about having your ducks in a row or whatever. You could do some fun things with it. So I'm just going to stick these embellishments here on the flower. And there we go. Where's there it is. And then for the inside of the card, I'm just going to stick down this piece of designer series paper. And this one is just 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4. And I'm just going to stick it down here at the bottom. And then I will stick the whole thing down inside my card. So a super fun and easy card. I love the colors in this set. And there we go. So that's one of my favorite deals from the Last Chance products list. And it doesn't look straight, but I think it's straight. The other one I wanted to highlight is the ducks I hadn't even used yet, which is sad. So I was glad to get those out and liberate them. This set I have used, but it is one of the better deals in the Last Chance product list, so I wanted to highlight it. So the hot air balloon stamp set is regularly $28. It is marked down right now to $16.80. So it's a great deal. and you can see here you've got some great sentiments that don't necessarily have to be connected to the hot air balloon theme, but they do work really well with that. And then you've got these fun hot air balloons that you can do lots of different things with. So they coordinate, so you can stamp this in one color and this in a different color, so you get a striped effect. This one, it's all together on so there's those two pieces are joined as the stamp. And so you stamp them, and then you can either put this piece across here, or you can put this and this, because this fits into the empty spaces here. So lots of fun ways to play around with this set. And then the dies that go with it, of course, are all related to the hot air balloon, but there's also clouds, which we can always use clouds on other sets. This lovely banner piece, which we'll be using on our card, and then these shapes, which can build your hot air balloon and give it a really customized look. This fun heart-shaped balloon, and a little banner. So lots of fun little things, and these little baskets for your hot air balloon. So lots of fun pieces. So the dies are regularly $41, and they are on sale for $16.40. So normally the bundle together is $62. Right now, if you buy these two items separately with their markdowns, it's $33.20 plus your discount. So it is such a fantastic deal if that's one that you thought you might like. And then I've paired it with this paper, which is the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. And we did use it at the stamp camp when this was new. But you can see here that the patterns are just so fun. And the colors are just so bright. I just love it. And the back side of them are like a wash effect, which can be handy for different projects. But we've got the stars and the confetti and this ripple pattern, this kind of weird circle pattern. This one I love. And so just a fun set for birthdays, for just any kind of a celebration. Lots of great. This Lemon Lolly Stars is another one that I've used up almost all of my sheets, and the striped pattern. So as I said, that's another great deal because it is regularly $17 for a pack of 6x6 Designer Series paper, and it is marked down to $10.20. So plus your discount. So now if I can find, well, here's my card. So we're just going to quickly do up a card. I'm going to do our last prize here. So this is for the Sunburst Sequins, and it will be Kathleen. So congratulations, Kathleen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Where am I putting the others? There we go. Okay, so our card is just a simple one. Again, quick and easy, but I just wanted to show off this fun suite. And we have a piece of the Designer Series paper from the Bright and Beautiful set. The other thing I noticed when I was cutting out these little baskets, I'm going to put it on here. This looks like the end of an electrical outlet. And I thought, oh, I could do something with that. Considering Brian's an electrician, I might be able to play with that. Anyway, I digress. So I've just cut a piece of 4" by 5 1/4 of the Designer Series paper. And then I'm going to stamp on this piece of white. It doesn't matter what size it is. It just has to be large enough to fit behind that. And of course, I'm using the papers that, or colors that correspond. So Azure Afternoon, Bubble Bath, and Lemon Lime Twist. And I am going to stamp the large balloon image in Lemon Lime Twist. It's been ages since I played with this set, and so I don't really have to worry about exactly where it goes. I'm just going to stamp that down. And then I'm going to take my bubble bath and this image here from the stamp set. And actually, I guess it goes the other way. And I'm going to use bubble bath for this and just stamp it in the center here. I'm just going to have to get a little bit over it. There we go. Isn't that pretty and so easy? So now I can put it behind my image here. So I'm just going to put some dimensionals. Actually, I'm going to use little ones if I can find them. There they are. And just all around this balloon, leaving a bit of a space. There we go. Oh, what's going on here? This one's not wanting to stick. It's got another thing stuck on the back of it. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to set this over top and center my stamped image. There we go. And then now I will put dimensionals around on the back here. Probably one on each side as well. There we go. And we'll put that on our standard card base. And just center that, hopefully. Close enough. So there we go. And then I have our banner piece. Isn't this a great banner piece for anything that will fit in there anyway? So I think I am going to use Azure Afternoon for that. I hadn't fully decided. Oh, I've got to stick down my little basket as well. So I'm just going to use a little dab of glue for that. There we go. And then I will stamp my Azure Afternoon, and I'm going to use the Up, Up, and Away. Hooray, it's your birthday. And stick it on there. And you could mask the Up, Up, and Away and just use the Hooray, it's your birthday as well, if you were doing a card that wasn't, didn't have the balloons on it. So now we can just stick this here. And I will use, if I can find them, here we go. I'm going to stick them here. And then stick this down. So it gives it a little bit of lift. There we go. All right, and I had intended, and I always do this, so I will tie a bow. I was going to wrap it around and tie it using this Azure Afternoon, but I think, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now that I forgot to do it before I put down my paper. I'll figure that out later, but this twine pack is one of the online exclusives that came out the last time we had new ones, and it's the one with all of the it's what's it called, Let's Go or Pack and Go or something. Well, this is called the Pack Your Bags Twine 3-pack, but I just love the colors in it. So it's another one that you may have missed as an online exclusive. So so it's got Flirty Flamingo, Shy Shamrock, I think, and the Azure Afternoon. So a great twine pack there. And then for the inside of the card, I am going to use where's my stamp set? I had it. Ah, no, oh, here it is. I'm going to put Wish Big on the inside. And where is it? Oh, I've already got it on something. Now I just have to find it. Oh, there it is. Isn't that awful how you can have stuff disappear right before your eyes? So I'm just taking a piece of the confetti paper and I'm going to put put it this way for a change. Oh, I thought it was the same size, but it's not. I want to lift that up. There we go. And just mat it in a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then we will stamp it. And I think I want to use Azure Afternoon. And Wish Big. And there we go. So just 2 cards tonight. But how are we doing? Oh yeah, we're well within our time. So, yeah, just a couple of products, as I said, that I wanted to make sure you realized how good of a markdown they were. And I'll get some, as I said, I'll figure out how to get this twine on there and wrap it around on there. So anyway, has anybody else seen any great deals on the Last Chance products? No? It's hard when there's so many new products coming to get excited about the old ones, but when they're such a great deal, it can be hard not to snap them up. So anyway, does anyone have any questions tonight about anything? I'm just going to switch back to my gallery view.
Nobody has any extra packages of boho blue, do you?
No, I did look, Kathleen. I don't
Did you?
have any. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
sorry.
popular. Yeah,
Yeah, that was one that sold out quickly.
Yeah, I waited too long for so poor.
I'm not, I think it went the first day. So
Probably.
yeah. Anyway,
I was trying to wait till April so that it would count on my next month's.
I understand
Right.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I held off on doing mine as well. I just got my pre-order today, but anyway, good. Well, let me know if you have any questions. Just shoot me a text and I will try to answer. And if not, as I said, we can go to demonstrator support. So I do just want to mention, I don't think any of you would be guilty of it, but with all of the changes that have been happening, and yes, there have been quite a few, but sometimes, improvements require change. And I do think that the new website will perform better in the long run for us. But people have been getting very testy with demonstrator support. So they have asked us to just remind you when you're calling them to, treat them as you would like to be treated. They're just doing their jobs. And as I said, I'm pretty sure none of you would be guilty of that, but they did ask us to mention that. So anyway, hopefully tomorrow goes smoothly and yeah, and then we can move on and keep ordering. So it was good to see everyone tonight. Thank you so much. And yeah, happy crafting. Good night,
Thanks.
everyone.
Maybe.
Good night.